Hi everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share with you my listing process and show you exactly how I am able to send listings live on eBay in under 60 seconds. I have been a seller on eBay for over 14 years now, and I have put a lot of time and effort into the practices of being able to list even faster on the site. And over the last couple of years, I have really been working hard at fine-tuning a listing system that allows me to get merchandise on eBay even faster. And so I wanted to share my exact listing process with you so that maybe you can speed up your listing process and become even more efficient when selling on eBay. And now, of course, this is the system that works best for me personally. You can feel free to tweak it however you see fit, but this is how the listing process has been working the best for me and my busy lifestyle. One of the things that I have found that really speeds up the listing process for me is to break up the listing process into batches. There's actually a 3-step process that I go through to send my listings live. And I find that doing it this way is the most beneficial for me because I usually don't have a huge chunk of time to just sit down and list from start to finish. If I had chunks of time to sit down and do multiple listings start to finish, then I would probably just do it that way. However, because I am a busy work from home mom, I have children, one of those children is very young with special needs, it can be very difficult for me to find wide chunks of time to work in. So I have to work in like 20-minute batches here and 30-minute batches there. And so this is the best system that I have been able to come up with to help me with those small pockets of time and actually make it so that I can get listings on the eBay platform within a few minutes if that's the only time I have to do it. And as always, if you like content like this, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. That lets YouTube know and it lets me know that you like content like this so that I can continue to make it. Without further ado, let's get started in my entire listing process. I'm going to walk you through start to finish. Okay, so the first step in my listing process is all of the prep work, and that usually starts with removing stickers from all of the merchandise that I plan to list. Now, removing stickers can be pretty tedious, but there's a couple of tools that I use to make that process a little bit easier. The first item that I use is just a standard hair dryer. You can go out and purchase a heat gun for this. However, every heat gun I have ever used just gets way too hot, and when you're removing a lot of stickers, you don't want to risk burning yourself. So I just find that having a hair dryer on the lowest setting works the best, and I don't burn myself. So I'll just use a regular hair dryer. I just set it between my knees. That way I don't have to worry about holding it. And then the other tool that I use is called a Scotty peeler. These are perfect. They will save your fingers and your fingernails. They're very inexpensive. And of course, I'll link all of these down in the video description as well. If necessary, I will use some Goo Gone. So Goo Gone is not something that I will just use on every single sticker. I will only use it if there is some nasty residue left on the items and I can't get it off with like a baby wipe or a moist towel. I'll go ahead and use some Goo Gone. The reason why I don't use Goo Gone on every single sticker is because I feel like it leaves its own residue. It makes the item have, a weird feel to it. And I personally don't like Goo Gone. However, Goo Gone is perfect for getting rid of nasty adhesive and dirt. I don't prefer to use it. I feel like the hair dryer and the Scotty peeler are sufficient. I don't feel like I need to use Goo Gone every time. Now, removing stickers is a fairly simple process, and it is also very tedious. That's why removing stickers is one of the first things that I will outsource rather than doing myself. So keep in mind that it is something that is very easy to do if you have children. Maybe it can be a chore that they do to help out your family business. This is something that I add to my assistant's tasks when she does drafts for me. She does remove all of the stickers for the listings that she is creating for me, but I don't have her remove the stickers from every item that I sell. She will go ahead and remove the stickers for the items that are brand new listings that she's about to create, but I will still personally remove the stickers off of the items that I get in where the listing is already created, or I will get one of my kids to do it as just a part of their household chore. And then after all of the stickers are removed, or if you didn't need to remove stickers, the next part of the prep process would be to gather all of the like items together or put all of the identical items together. So this is going to make the listing process a lot faster because you're going to be working with a lot of similar items back to back. And also, if you have multiple quantities, while you're creating the listing, you will know exactly how many you have of that individual item. And if I am doing lots of items, meaning if I'm selling more than one in a single listing, I will bag all of them together. That way, when I'm creating the listing, I know that it's for multiple in a single listing rather than multiple quantities. Now, step 2 of my listing process is super casual. As you could see here, I am just chilling on the couch doing step 2. So step 2 is also something that I will outsource to my assistant. This is the bulk of what my assistant will help me with. However, I will go ahead and do this process myself, especially now since we've been quarantined and I'm not really having my assistant help me at all. So this is something that can be easily outsourced because it's just kind of, the start of the listing process. It's not exactly finalizing the listing process. So it can be easily outsourced. Again, if you have older children, if you want to teach them how to start listing, that's a really good option. Or if you're looking to hire someone to help you, this is a process that they can do to help you out. So this listing process for me is what is referred to as piggybacking off of listings. So what I am doing is I'm entering in the UPC number for this item. Now, I didn't grab my barcode scanner before I sat down. I do highly recommend a barcode scanner. That way you don't have to type out the UPC number every single time. But since I'm just sitting on the couch, I'm just typing it in by hand. So you can just type in the barcode UPC number into the eBay search bar and it will find the identical item that you are looking to list. So what I do first is I will go through and I will see what current active listings are on the eBay platform so that I can see how much competition I have and what the current available sale prices are. Then the next step is to look and see what they sold for so I can kind of get an idea of what the realistic sale price is. So I'll kind of glance down and I'll find a listing that I think the title looks pretty good. It's very similar to what I'm doing because like this flu therapy, I'm selling a lot of 3 boxes. So I wanted to find a listing to build off of that was selling a multiple quantity lot rather than a single. So I'm just going to pick this one. I'll change the title however I want to, like I need to change it from 4 packets to 3 packets. And then what's nice about piggybacking off of another listing is it will automatically fill in a bunch of the eBay information. Like it will automatically transfer over the UPC number. It will automatically select the eBay category for you. I just need to make sure that it's in my proper eBay store category. Then all of the item specifics are already filled in for you, like the brand, any additional information like the formulation, main ingredients, all of that. So I will double check that though, just to make sure that the listing that I was piggybacking off of didn't have misinformation in there.
And then you just continue on. You will have to add in your own description when piggybacking, which is not a big deal. I always like to have my own description anyway. So even if it did give me exactly what the piggybacked listing had, I would be changing it anyway, because I do feel like you want to make sure that it is authentic to your store and what you have to say about it. So the first thing that I do in the description is I always put in the title again. That's why I copied it from the very start. And then I do have a template that I go off of, and I just basically go in and fill out all of the defaulted information from my template. You know, I have the condition in there, I have the size, the quantity, and the expiration date. And then you just continue on and just enter in things like your price. It should automatically default to your preferred shipping method as well as your return policy. And then I do go ahead and enter in the shipping weight. That way it's already there. And then you just go in and save as draft. We're not sending the listing live right now because we don't have any photographs taken. This is just the draft. So let's go ahead and do another one real quick. So I'm just going to type in the UPC. Again, all you have to do is type out the number in the eBay search bar. You don't have to enter in any words, just the number. So right now it looks like there's only one listing that's attached to that UPC. So I'm just going to search the solds, and I see, get an idea of the price. There's a couple of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and click sell one like this. And that's going to automatically open up a listing, and it's going to duplicate all of the information. So now I'm just going to tweak the title how I want to tweak it. I don't like having 2 packs at the start. I'm just going to say 2 Asper creams, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy the title because remember, I like to paste it in my description. I'm going to make sure to select the store category I want. The eBay category is already there. UPC is already there. I'm just going to double check all of the item specifics, change the expiration date, make sure to select these little boxes for the purpose of the cream. It is a custom bundle because it's a 2-pack that I am creating myself. And then just continuing on to the description, I just select my template, paste the title in there. I'm going to remove that. And so then everything else is the exact same, and then you just repeat for however many times you need to create drafts.
Okay, everyone, we are now sitting at my computer desk. This is the moment that we have been working up to this entire time. This is the moment when we send listings live. And I'm going to show you exactly why we've been doing everything we've been doing up to this point so you can see just how fast we can send those listings active on eBay. So I have a bin of merchandise sitting next to me at the computer. These are all of the items that have had the stickers removed. They're grouped together and they've been drafted in eBay. So now we're going to go through the entire process of sending the listings live and taking the photos. Okay, so as you can see here, right now I have 74 active drafts. Now you cannot see all 74 of these in the eBay app itself. And since we're going to need to access the eBay app to upload the photographs, we want to move all of the listings that we are working on in this moment to the very top. And how we're going to do that is you have to edit the draft again because it will automatically save all of the most recently updated drafts to the very top, which makes them super easy to find in the eBay app. So that's why we are going to do this process first. So in order to search your drafts, you're going to hit Control F. That brings up this little find toolbar up here. And we're going to start off with this Vicks Children's Cold, which is this one right here. It's already at the top, but I'm going to edit it anyway just so I can double check my work and make sure that everything that I want to have in the listing is in the listing. I'm just going to scroll through and make sure that there are no errors. Just like this right here. This is not an ointment. I didn't realize that before. That is not an ointment. it is a syrup. So we're gonna change that. It's a 2-pack. Expiration date, I wanna go ahead and make sure that's in there. And see, because whenever I do the drafts or if I have someone else do the drafts, I always want to double check, because I know when I personally do the drafts, I mean, you'd see when I did these drafts, I was watching 90 Day Fiance on TV. So it's very, very possible for you to make errors. That's why when you go through this final step, that's when you really look over the listing again and make sure that there is no mistakes. So here, all of this is good. I know my price is fine. All of that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna click Save as Draft. And if it wasn't at the top before, it's gonna be at the top now. All right, I'm gonna do this flu therapy. Oops. Okay, so this one right here, I'm gonna hit Complete Draft. All right, 3 packs of 6. All of that is correct. That is good. 18 total. I'm just scanning through really quick to make sure that everything is how I want it, and it is. So I'm just gonna hit Save Draft. That's gonna move it up to the top. We're gonna do one more. I wanna do this right guard. So again, I'm gonna hit Control F for the little find bar. And I'm gonna say right guard. Okay, complete. I'm just gonna scan through, make sure everything is good. Title is good. Got my UPC in there. It is antiperspirant, not deodorant. It is gel, yes. All of that is good. Price is the way I want it. Yes, and I'm gonna click Save. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do these Asper creams. Okay, so here's the listing right here. I'm gonna hit Complete. Double check, again, just really quick. Got the expiration date. That is all in there. Price. See, you could see how speedy this is when you already have the draft created. That's good. Save as draft. All right, so now I have the 4 listings that I'm working on in this moment, and I'm going to take the photos now. So now I'm not using a fancy light box today or anything. I'm just going to use my trusty ring light. I absolutely love my ring light. And I'm just angling it down onto my desk. And then here, I'm not using any sort of fancy backgrounds. This is all scrapbook paper. I actually have a video all about how I created my layouts using scrapbook paper. I'll link that up here in the iCards if you missed that video that I did. But I just have some sheets pulled out here. These are what I'm gonna use as my backgrounds. And then of course I have the items that I just pulled the drafts up to the top of my eBay app, and I'm just going to get started taking the photos. So now you do need to pull down in order to refresh your eBay app so that you can see your drafts right up at the top here. So we're going to start with the Asper cream. So I'm just going to click on that. The items down here. Just going to click on the little plus sign, the camera, snap my picture, rotate and crop. And rotate and crop. All right, so now the photos are done. We already know that the rest of the listing is done. So I'm just gonna scroll down and hit list my item. And then it's done, just like that. It is live on eBay. Let's do some more. Next step is the 2 right guards. I'm just gonna pull them out, set them on my backdrop. Snap the picture. I always like to do a photo of just a single. Crop it in. Crop it in. and crop it in. You could zoom it in a little bit more so you wouldn't have to worry about cropping, but that's that. Just let those photos load up. Again, I know the listing is good because I just looked it over, so I'm gonna click list your item, and it's done. Do this Vicks flu therapy. Snap the pictures, here we go. I'm just gonna crop them in. Crop it in. Crop it in. Just wait for those pictures to load up. Scroll down. List your item. Done and done. And then the last one is this children's cold medicine. Take those pictures. Crop it up. That one's good, and that one's good. And list your item. And we're done. We just sent 4 listings live in under 4 minutes. All right, you guys, that's it. That's my entire process. I really hope that this video helps you out. If it does help you out, let me know down in the comments below. Also, remember to share this video with someone that you think would benefit from this listing method. Please don't forget to hit the thumbs up before you leave. That way I know that you like this kind of video and I can continue to make it. Don't forget to check the video description. I will put some useful links in there, and please do remember to subscribe if you'd like to see more content. And I'll see you guys with my next video. Bye-bye.